Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? I thought that I would bring you another video today. Surprise! I don't always have a video on Mondays, but I decided to make a video today. So this card here was made at my upline, Melissa's house. I go to her house about 4 or 5 times a year, and she always has cards for her downline to make. A downline is somebody that is sponsored by the upline. So to get into Stampin' Up, if you were wanting to be a preferred shopper or to get the discount or to start a business, your choice, you have to purchase something called a starter kit. And in order to do that, you have to link to somebody who's already established through the company. And so I signed up under Melissa, and I go to her house 4 or 5 times a year, and she has cards for us to create. So this is her design. It's a pocket card, but I wanted to show it to you with a different color scheme. She used the Fresh as a Daisy designer series paper, and there's quite a few patterns in that pack. So I chose to do it in a completely different color scheme, and I am making my little insert card a little bit more narrow than what she has right here. So this is her pocket card design, and this is what I made when I went to her house. So I am recreating it, only I'm going to use different colors. I'm going to use boho blue, copper clay, and basic white. She used crushed curry, early espresso, garden green, daffodil delight, and pebbled path. So we're changing it up a little bit, but that's okay. We're still using the same products. So Countryside Blossoms is the embossing folder that was used back here. Isn't that pretty? If I pull this out, you can see it better. It's a beautiful embossing folder. It is new in the annual catalog, as is this bundle, which I'm featuring all week. She chose to pair it with the Bow Punch and the Best Labels Punch. So we will roll with that. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way so that we have some room here. And I will show you my color scheme for the card. I wanted to show you guys how to make this card because it is a really cute pocket card. I like pocket cards. They're a lot of fun because it's not a card that opens and you just pull out. And I have done a previous pocket card with this bundle when I first showcased it. So you'll have to check that out. If you go to playlists, if you see my videos and you click on my picture, it'll take you to my channel. And if you click on the name, Inky Hands Warm Hearts, it will take you to my actual channel page where you can access playlists. You can access every video that I've ever made. It's kind of a cool place. So you got to check it out over there. And when you do that, you can find the Cheerful Daisies playlist, and you can watch all the videos that I have with this bundle of products. So we are going to start with boho blue. She did early espresso for her backing, and then she did crushed curry for her layer. And I chose to do copper clay with the boho. I thought it's going to pull out the designer series paper that I have chosen. So let me grab my silicone mat. It is my favorite adhesive, especially with embossing folders, because this glue gets into all the nooks and crannies, and it helps to keep your card base glued nicely in place. I think I finally run out of, oh no, I haven't. I thought I finally ran out of this glue. Not yet. A little bit more, just when you think that you've run out. So this piece of the Countryside embossing folder, this copper clay piece, I made it just slightly smaller than my base, which was 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, the boho blue. So this piece is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, because I just wanted a tiny hint of that boho blue to pop out just like she had a tiny hint of the early espresso on hers. So the next comes our pocket section where we're going to tuck our card piece into. And this is the designer series paper I decided to use. So this is one of the patterns. It's really beautiful and it has copper clay on the back, which is why, and also copper clay centers in your flowers. So I decided to go ahead and back that on a piece of basic white cardstock. So the basic white cardstock is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and this piece of designer series paper is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. And we can go ahead and attach that completely onto that basic white if I have glue left in here. We'll see. Every time I think I've run out, I haven't. So we'll just keep going until it actually officially runs out. All right. And it might have been right there. I'm just checking. Maybe not. All right. I keep expecting it to run out and then second guessing it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and layer that piece like this. Isn't that pretty? This is such a beautiful pack of designer series paper. And that's another one of those pieces. So Melissa used a 1-inch piece. On the other side of this print, you have this pebbled path. So I wanted to do copper clay, but I didn't really want to cover up a lot of my daisies. So I decided to go with a more narrow piece. So mine is a 1/2 inch instead of 1 inch by 3 1/2 inches. And this is just going to get glued. And you can see it's the back side of that. It's just going to get glued right across. Well, if I have glue in here, it will. There we go. And then we're going to do a little stamping next. So that piece is going right there. And we're going to go ahead and attach it onto our base. Now, when we do that, we want to make sure that the copper clay shows the same amount on all sides. And since this is going to be our pocket, we only want to put a thin line. If I can get my glue going. This is probably not the one I want to use right now. Let me grab another one because I just want to make sure that I get a thin line. Not sure if there's anything in this bottle either. Nope. I need to throw. Can you see how much I go through this glue? But I have multiples on my desk, so never fear. Multi-purpose glue is here. Now I have to be careful with this one because it's full, it will like to come out very quickly. All right, so I just want a very thin line on the 3 sides. And I'm just kind of like squeezing a little bit out and then dragging it because I want to have plenty of room for my pocket. Okay. We'll attach this and let this start bonding to the base while we work on our flower and our bow punch. We have to stamp, do a little stamping. All right, so let's see. I think that's looking good so far, right? What do you guys think of the color? I hope you like it. All right, so we're gonna work on this piece. So I decided I wanted to do boho blue, and I don't think I pulled out that stamp, but we can do that now. Let's grab that. We've got to put it on a block. You can see I have loved this stamp set. It is well loved and stained, but who cares? It still stamps perfect. So let's go ahead and stamp that boho blue on boho blue because I think that will be pretty. And so we're going to put one in this corner here, like this, and one in this corner. I want it upright a little bit. I think I want it more upright. All right, I'm just gonna go for it. Remember, I made mine a little skinnier, so I want to make sure I still have room in there. That's fine. And then I'm going to do another one in the bottom corner here, like that. All right, so that's our boho blue on boho blue. So we'll do the words in copper clay. Let me grab my cleaner. And I think I will do the words in copper clay as well on the label. I have already cut the label. So let's get copper clay out. And it's going to say, your friendship means everything. And it's going towards the right side here. There we go. Looks pretty good. Hopefully I didn't go on a camera. I wasn't paying attention. So there is that piece. Let's clean that. And then we're going to put copper clay, wishing you the brightest birthday. I love that saying. We'll put that right here in the center of our pullout. All right. Now, let me show you, I went ahead and stamped the daisy, but I'm going to show you how I went about that. So I'm going to leave copper clay open temporarily. We're going to grab the center because that's going to be in copper clay. And so in boho blue, I went full strength and I did my outline first. So I just stamped my outline. Okay. Let's clean that so I don't get my hand. Then I stamped off. Okay. I didn't want it to be fully dark. So I stamped off and then I lined it up and it's pretty forgiving. And then I pressed that down and then I colored my daisy. And then I came over and I filled in the center in copper clay. And then I die cut that out. So let me close these ink pads. So here is our daisy die cut out just like that. So that's how I made that. This is gonna go right here, right? Oh, this is so pretty, I love it. I think I'm gonna bring it up a little bit like that so that you can see some of that copper clay at the bottom of this piece, okay. And then instead of going with the white and the garden green, I did copper clay for my piece, and I'm probably going to end up trimming some of it off. We don't need as much of it showing, but that's going to go like so. And then I did my floral portion of that punch in boho blue, like that. Okay. And let me show you, this punch has two sections. So you have the floral part, which is the blue, and then the leafy part, which I did in the copper clay. So I guess let's go ahead and attach this piece. You can see that it is a well-loved scrap. Since there's two sides to every paper, I stamped more bees when I was working on the Queen Bee set than I needed. Let's put this over. And so I didn't want to waste the cardstock. I'm going to put that right there. I love that. This is so pretty. Excuse me. I know one of you guys are going to comment, God bless you. But real life crafting here, guys. Real life crafting. So what I'm going to do here in this corner is I'm going to get my dimensionals. And yes, starting a new one. And I'm going to hold that in place with a dimensional. And then I'm going to make sure that we have our flower here. And we'll need a dimensional on that side. And I think I need one more on this side. So let's pull the backs off. I love that dimensionals can hold our pieces into place. So we're gonna put that right there. This is so pretty. I just want to make sure that my dimensionals don't overlap and that you can see those words. Oh, I'm gonna move it over. There we go. Fantastic. And we need to do this pull out, which is what she used the best labels. So we are gonna do ours in copper clay. And you just have to fold it over like that. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of glue. Hey, not bad. I did pretty good for just guessing the center. I'm gonna put a little bit of adhesive on both ends if I have any left on here. And we will attach that onto our boho blue as our pullout. So I'm having it stick out a little bit. I'm trying to center it, but you know, we're guessing. Let's see if I did it right. Let's see. 1 inch and 3/16 and 1 inch and 1/8. So just a hair too far this way, but that's okay. We're gonna slide this in. That looks very pretty. I love the blue. And I'm glad that I shortened it a little bit because it helps you to see this beautiful embossing. And then of course you can pull that out like that. Let me do the linen thread. So I think I used about 6 inches, or Melissa did, about 6 inches. But I'm just gonna grab my linen thread and yeah, about 6 inches or so. Keep it in the bag so it behaves itself. All right, so we'll tie a pretty bow. Tighten that a little. Actually, I'm gonna do that again. I don't like the way that bow turned out. I'm gonna try one more time. There we go. Okay. I hold the knot when I pull these so that they don't twist. All right. And let's get our bow a little bit bigger loops. Yeah, I think that's about the size. So we're gonna get a mini glue dot. Take your pick tool and ball that up. Put it on the knot in the back here. And then I'm gonna hold on to it. Gonna move that over a little. I'm gonna put the bow right there. And I'm gonna let it fall underneath these petals, but not around that piece because then I lose it. There we go. All right, let's push that in a little bit more. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Pretty. You can see the bow, you can see the... What do you guys think? What do you think of this color? Let me know in the comments below which color you prefer. And I hope that you guys enjoyed me recreating this card that my upline designed. And that I will see you here again real soon. I hope you enjoyed the Monday video. And I will see you guys shortly. Tuesday is my live. So if you have never watched my live stream, I would love to have you, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will see you then. Share my video, subscribe if you've never subscribed, and I really appreciate you guys telling your friends about my channel if you enjoyed this. Thanks for being here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!